career mode. This is episode number 17, and we're racing at the Mobility Resort Motegi in our 17th episode here at the Japanese Grand Prix. And if you did miss the previous one, you can watch that at twitch.tv/speedtapo303. And then also you can link to my channel and then subscribe to my channel by clicking on the red bell to your right to youtube.com/speedtapo303. And then also you can check on the twitch.tv/speedtapo303 and follow up to my channel there. And if you want to watch AI videos, you can go to TikTok at speedtapo303 and come over around Instagram, and then also at DeviantArt at speedtapo3. Well, we are still undefeated here with 16-0 with the Gresini Racing team, and we have done such a good job over here, but we've been having a little bit of a tough issue here at the Mobility Resort Motegi with this new handling device that has been going on. But I think, we're going to be taking away the whole shot passes and everything else, and maybe on the next patch of this Moto GP 26 game. But so hopefully we can qualify very well, and we have a good crowd on hand, so the Japanese crowd are pumped up and ready, and they're also ready for their hometown hero, Aprilia, to see how he can make a difference here in his home race at the Mobility Resort Motegi. And we qualified well, and our best qualifying time will be about 1 minute and 46. If we do well here with 1 minute 46, then we got it covered. And then Alex Marquez, he did make it into the second qualifying session, and he is looking good. Making it through there. But Pecco did not make it, but Marc Marquez did. So let's get to some riding racing here at the Mobility Resort Motegi for episode number 17. If we can try to make it in top of the spot and get another secured pole position.
The mechanics take the bike out of the pit and the rider is ready to get on the bike.
But we're going to go back to the garage and then see if that...
The rider is returning to his pit, where he will study the next move with his team.
Will this lap hold up here for the Japanese Grand Prix for pole position? It was a very good lap that time with a minute 46.701. Well, we're still holding on. Pedro Lacar 47.584. Minute 47.584. Costa Morbidelli is in third. Marc Marquez is in fourth. Is this going to hold up? And Acosta is not getting any speed out of this one. It looks like we're going to be on our way, getting pole position here at Motegi. I think we got it.
The second Moto GP qualifying session also ends here. The ranking you see on the screen corresponds to rider starting position on the grid.
And that's all it took. It just one good lap out of this one, and we conquered it very well. And Pedro Acosta is second. Giacchino will start third. Morbidelli and Marc Marquez improves a little bit. And how about this hometown hero, Al Ogura, representing his Japanese homecoming fans, and he will start in P7 at the Mobility Resort. He has an excellent race here in his home country. You know, I hate when this happens. You know, they already did about 6 patches of this MotoGP game, and then it just freezes up. Well, there is something wrong with the MotoGP loading, but they're going to have to improve on that, because remember, I don't know if Milestone Games is going to be coming back with a 2027 MotoGP game, but this is utterly, it needs to be fixed, because every single time I have to load it and everything, and then it doesn't go through, and then it keeps crashing. It keeps freezing. And it's the game itself, it's not my console. My console's fine.
Greetings from the Motegi Circuit in Japan. The warm-up session will start very soon, which might give us a glimpse of what kind of power balance there will be in the race in a few hours. The sun is shining and weather reports guarantee clear weather for the rest of the day.
Alright, we're going to take 2 laps out of this one, see how we can do.
The team has just finished preparing the bike and the rider is ready to take to the track. The rider is returning to his pit, where he will study the next move with his team.
This is great results here. If we keep at this pace with we'll be able to be staying undefeated. And how about the race? Looking good so far in the warm-up.
Here is the final ranking for this warm-up round. As the last riders return to the pits, we say goodbye and see you in a few hours for the highlight of the weekend, the race.
Alright, we are ready to set for the episode number 17 of the Japanese Grand Prix at the Mobility Resort Motegi. Can we have a perfect race or maybe a one fallout race? But who knows? We'll see how the bike will perform in the preceding racing. See if we can keep it nice and intact to impress the Japanese fans.
Greetings from the land of the rising sun. We're live from the Motegi Circuit for the Japan Grand Prix. In a few moments, we'll move to the main straight to watch the start of the Moto GP race.
Alright, the Japanese fans are all pumped up and set and ready for racing. If you love your baseball like a following Yamamoto, the Japanese fans, they can always love their racing as well. And let's give the crowd and give them a great show. And see if Alan Girls can put on a great show.
These images are coming to us live from the starting grid, where technicians and engineers are carrying out final checks on the bike before the start. This track features some hard braking, which led to many riders choosing a medium front tyre. Mild temperatures, however, could make the soft option the right choice for the rear.
Rosselli looking good. Winning a P4 with the VR. It could be a good race today for the Rossi team. So everybody's going to go with the medium and soft, but I think maybe the right move. It's 93 degrees in the track temperature, so I think I would prefer to go with both mediums. We'll go with both mediums on this one because there's no way the softs will be lasting long enough at a track like this, and it requires heavy braking here too. Now, a very big struggle for Diego Moreno than everybody else. All right, we're set and ready for episode number 17 of the Mobility Resort Motegi on the Speed J4 303 channel. Let's get ready. Stay unbeaten. Will we be able to be 17-0?
The riders are all lined up on the starting grid. Just a few moments more and the lights of the Motegi track will go out to start the race.
First ball out in the first corner. Oh, got two listens too close. for better more braking speed. Getting a little bit too puffy that time, Mark. Oh no, and I fell down. I hit the brakes too hard going into the first corner. That's obviously bad in traction. I hit it a bit too hard. I dropped down into fourth place. I may have to make a correction because I made contact with Marc Marquez. And this is obviously not a good fourth lap here. Contact with Marquez's brother Alex. I didn't mean to take Alagura out. Slow it down.
Crash on the track has forced officials to stop the race.
The red flag. And now we have to restart this race. So it's now a restart because we saw 3 riders falling down going into that downhill corner. But I will be starting into P3 because 3 riders are down. So red flag is out for the first time ever here at Motegi. Well, now that we are restarting the race, now we can put brand new tires in there. Then we got one more set of mediums, and Now we can put the socks on too.
The OK has come in, so the race can restart for the remaining laps.
Sorry about that. Oh, I just got too much speed. Just a little bit too much speed there. But everything was going quietly well, and then suddenly all hell was breaking loose on that floor. The riders were falling everywhere. I go right on the outside of both Acosta and Bagnaia. I take the lead here in the Japanese Grand Prix. Oh, sorry about that. So sorry about that. Having a little bit of a rough start. that you have a good second place performance here at the Mobility Resort Motegi. Man, I carried too much of the speed going into the corner. I didn't provide enough braking. I have to provide more braking at some of the corners. That's already my third fall out of the race. I had 2 slippy fallouts and then now 1 real fallout. Still have to avoid the fallout. man, I took too much closer to the apex. I remember I didn't ever trust the apex. And I'm having a rough time here. So is everybody else here. Everybody's been falling out. It's been pretty rough lately. It's a lot rougher this time than this time. A little bit too close to the untrusting apex. I'm still taking the corners a little bit too fast. A little bit too late there. When we come back here next season to be a brilliant bike, I hope we can do a little bit well. car here in Motegi. And that was the rookie Pecco. He was doing a good job. He was putting in the fourth place, but now he is falling out. Yamaha and Honda are the home of manufacturers of this race too. Yamaha is the second. Permina Madlinka Circuit, second in the points standings, trying to keep his runner up in the final lap of the race has fallen out. But he still stays in 8th position. So we're going to be 17-0 as we win a very rough and strange Japanese Grand Prix.
While we wait for the cameras to take us to the Parc Fermé to meet the stars of the race, let's take a quick look at the final Moto GP ranking.
So it was a great effort over there, but it was hard riding at the Mobility Resort Motegi. And Fabio Quartararo finishes in second, Pedro Acosta in third, Marco Massetti fourth, and a good result for Jack Miller as he finishes in P5. And we got to take a look at how many bikers have taken any DNF. Man, and what a tough break for Alaguera, falling down during that red flag. Also Fernandez, Binder, Vinales, and then Marc Marquez. Both Marquez brothers fell down on that one. And then Alaguera finishes in 18th, and then Passanini 15th. And then Permina Madlinka had a long lap penalty, and he went down on the order too much. And then Turpe Vassiglu had a top 5, and then now he drops into the top 10. Then also Pecco fell down, and then definitely need to internationally improve in the next race, and that's number 18, to have a season by the Indonesian Grand Prix. And a great job for Fabio Quartararo and Pedro Acosta. They will get a podium finish, and we still keep on perfect at 17-0 with 425 points. And Permina Madlinka has 169, Marco Massetti third with 139, with Giattino fourth, and Fabio Quartararo moves up into 5th place in the point standings after that 2nd place run. He gains momentum after Brad Binder, Jorge Martin, Alaguera, but Pedro Acosta did well, and then Marc Marquez dropped into 2 spots. We still have a good, healthy lead. We pretty much have won everything. We won the team championship and construction championship with 506 points. Over 239 over Aprilia Racing, and then Monster Energy in third. Capsule Honda fourth, and Red Bull KTM rounds up the top 5. With 425 points over Aprilia, we have won the construction championship. So let's celebrate our 17-0 win. And keeping it unbeaten, winning at the very rough.
We're moving to Parc Fermé with the live coverage where the 3 podium finishers have just arrived. The winner is over the moon and is rightly indulging in celebrations with his team members. are the top three on the podium. These riders gave a great performance. It was a real pleasure to watch them compete.
Let's take a look at how the other riders have done in the Moto 2 and Moto 3 standings. So the next race will be episode number 18 as we go to the Indonesian Grand Prix. In the Moto 2 category, Manuel Gonzalez leads about 379 points. 31 ahead of Pecco. He might be on his way in winning the Moto 2 championship. Vietti is in third, with David Alonso fourth, and Adrian Menendez rounds up the top five. Moto, and it looks to me that they're going to have the team championship standing at stake with over the VDS Racing team with 450. Speeders team, Red Bull Racing, Altrans Racing team are the top five. And in Moto 3, there's still a championship in the hunt for Maximo Quinales, but he's gaining up a little bit after the race at the Mobility Resort Motegi. But let's see what happens in the next race when they go to Indonesia. Alpha Carpi in third, Marco Borelli third, Alma fourth, and Perone in the top five. And pretty much CFO the Aspar team is going to win the team championship over Code Motorsport. Leopard Racing in third, Red Bull KTM fourth, and then Liquid Valley Dynavolt rounds up the top five. It wasn't a very good race here at the Japanese Grand Prix, but we do get to 17-0, but let's hope that we can have a good performance in the next one when we go to Indonesian Grand Prix at the Madlinka Circuit. Hopefully we can do a good job over there and then stay intact, but I hope it doesn't become rough like it did in the Japanese Grand Prix. So we keep our fingers crossed and do a good job over there as we're running our last races here, because let's see how many races that we have left to go. Well, we got Indonesia, and then we got the final testing of the season. And then we got Australia. This is the last and final time we're running the Phillip Island circuit. And we have about 4 more to go. Race number 18 is the Indonesia Grand Prix. Then we go to Australia, Malaysia, Portugal, and then the Valencia Grand Prix to close out the Season 1 in the Moto GP 26 Permina. So that will do it for our Moto GP coverage, and I'd like to thank everyone so much for watching on the DJ Folk 303 channel. But it was a pretty rough race, but I'm glad we are turning back into the Moto GP effort. We'll do great on it, but the next episode will be Formula 1 and racing at the Spanish Grand Prix, the first of 2 Spanish Grand Prix as well. But the first one we're going to race at the city of Barcelona. That'll be coming up tomorrow night. So thanks everyone for watching on the JPO 303 channel. We'll see you into the next one. Until then, have a good day everyone, and we'll see you then. But let's hope we can have a better, more spectacular performance at Madlinka. We go to